years ago, we started Kappa Nu Sigma chapter because there was a need for an alumni chapter in the San Fernando Valley. At the time, we had an undergraduate chapter there, Epsilon Phi chapter, that was under the advisorship of Sigma Sigma, which was a Los Angeles-based chapter. And so as the UCC, at the time, I saw the need for them to have closer supervision. So at that time, I got approval from the sitting syntactics, and I pretty much selected 4 other sorors to join me in starting the San Fernando Valley so that we could have a presence, meaning Sigma Gamma Rho could have a presence in the community on a graduate level. When we started off, as I mentioned, there were 5 charter members, and then we grew to about 10 members, and then we just exploded. We've been in existence, as I mentioned, for 10 years, and we've applied for Chapter of the Year 7 of those 10 years and won 4 times. And so for such a young chapter, that is a great accomplishment. We've set our footprint not only in the Western region, but in Sigma Gamma Rho as a whole. If you ask any sorors from any other region, they know about Kappa Nu Sigma. And so we were dubbed the classy Kappa Nu Sigma chapter for the way that we carry ourselves, but also for the way that we operate when we're doing community service events and our focused recruitment on professional women. So I'm very excited about where we started and where we are now.
One of the regional programs and national programs that KNS participates in would be one of my favorite, which is Operation Big Book Bag. Within that program, we're able to send children back to school with the essential school supplies they need to start their school year off and have a successful school year. Within that program, we also provide pencils, papers, notebooks, backpacks, and so many other items. And this year, KNS was happy to bring on 2 new partners, which was WIC, Women's, Infant and Children, and Cover California. Our goal in Kappa Nu Sigma is to have an all-inclusive back-to-school fair that includes Operation Big Book Bag. And that way we'll send our children back to school, not with just school supplies, but with healthy choices and healthy living situations.
So sisterhood is really important to our chapter and the overall sorority altogether. Not only do we put in work, but we also band together as sisters in our chapter outside of business and outside of Sigma work and activities as well. It's important for us as members to make sure that we are helping our sorors, whether it's professionally, whether it's through anything that's going on personally, and really building that type of relationship with them outside of Sigma so that we can be true sisters in all aspects.
As you know, KNS puts in so much work in the community, and because we work so hard, as Basileus Franklin would say, we play harder. And that's really where sisterhood and the sister shares come in, because at sisterhood, at the most basic definition of it is just basically a community of sisters or people who have the same goals and who foster relationships with each other. And that's really important in this because we work so much together and we have a lot of events that we put on. We have to find the time to bond together and get to know each other's strengths, weaknesses, exactly, likes and dislikes, so we can thrive and function effectively.
Exactly.
I am a person that believes in family and having a legacy for that family. And when I joined Sigma Gamma Rho, I looked at it as a family and something that I wanted to share with my blood family. And so legacy to me is keeping the tradition going, keeping something positive going. And so it was a wonderful thing for me when my daughter, Danielle, joined the organization as a legacy. Not only is my daughter a part of the Sigma Gamma Rho family, but I have an aunt that's a Philo, which means friends of Sigma Gamma Rho. So I'm trying to stretch my wand of legacy to each and every member of my family that I can. So when you join something or have something that you feel is positive and makes a positive impact on the world, then you try to share that with others. And so for me, I'm very excited about the legacy that I am able to continue within my blood family.
So continuing based on what she's saying, I think legacy is important as well. I think when I became a member, it was definitely a deliberate, conscious decision that I made. It wasn't that my mom was a Sigma Gamma Rho and it was something that I had to do. Being that I'm such an individual, no one was going to push me to do anything. She tried. Let's not say she didn't try. She tried it, but I really did take my time and get to know all of the sororities and decide if I wanted to be in a sorority at all. And for me, it was really about not only the legacy of my mom being a part of the sorority, but because she was, before I was even born, I grew up around the women of Sigma Gamma Rho, and the example that they set for me and the relationships that we built really were a strong foundation for just who I am as a person. And going to a women's college and kind of having that strong legacy of women behind me really just kind of reinforced my interest, I should say, in this sorority. And so having a daughter of my own now, I do understand why that legacy is so important. And so I look forward to also continuing that legacy one day.
As members of Kappa Nu Sigma, we always make sure that we keep our undergraduates under our umbrella. So they're always invited to all the different events, community services that we have together. So some of these would include our Operation Big Book Bag, which is held in the San Fernando Valley this last 2 years, as well as Kicking Cancer's Butt, which is an initiative in regards to the Hattie McDaniel cancer awareness. So we always make sure that we include them in that, as well as our Youth Symposium. The Youth Symposium is definitely an umbrella that we have that incorporates all of our majority of our different community services that we do.
The ROAR program is our opportunity to give back. It's a nationally recognized affiliate of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, comprised of young girls ages 12 to 17 years old. And for us and the women in KNS, it's an opportunity for us to mentor the next generation of women in leadership. We make sure that we're supporting these young ladies from middle school on through high school with the challenges that come to choosing a college, thriving academically and socially, and making sure to create the bonds of sisterhood at a young age between the young girls, because that's a bond that's very important to us.
That's a good question. Well, when we say excellence is not an option, we want to lay the foundation to let people know to bring your best game, bring your A+ game. Don't come with your C. There's not any options. The only option is excellence, because as professional women, we want to always put our best foot forward. And sometimes when we're, hanging out with our sisters or taking care of business in a volunteer organization, we sometimes let our guards down. But you are what you put out there. So if you take away all of the other options, the only thing you know how to operate on is excellence, and that will always stick in your head. Excellence is not an option.
Happy 10-year anniversary, KNS.
Yo, man, 10 years, like, to know that it has been a long, amazing, memory-filled, professionally uplifting 10 years. I'm so proud to be a part of this chapter and say, y'all did that. Like, happy 10-year anniversary, Kappa Nu Sigma. Y'all got my heart.
A decade.
A decade.
That's all I'm saying. Congratulations. Yes.
Woo, woo.
Let's go. Oh, I can't Millie rock. Oh.
So happy 10 years to Kappa Nu Sigma. I am proud to be a part of this legacy for the last 8 years. I'm blessed to have received several aunties and sisters that go beyond our colors, beyond our founders, and I'm happy to still be in this fight with you in the pursuit of greater service and greater progress.
Happy 10-year chapter anniversary, Kappa Nu Sigma.
I want to take this time to say happy 10th anniversary to Kappa Nu Sigma chapter. I am so proud of the work that we've done in the community. We have continued to serve the community with excellence, serving well over 10,000 families throughout the 10 years we have that we've been in existence. And I want to continue to go out there and support the community as we have with class and excellence.
So at this time, I'd like to just say happy 10th anniversary to Kappa Nu Sigma and to all of the members near and far. Some of you all are no longer with us due to relocations, but you're still in our hearts. I am very, very proud of the strides we've made, and I'm very, very proud of each and every one of you. And I look forward to more accomplishments and footprints in the community with Kappa Nu Sigma. So again, happy celebration, happy anniversary, and with many more to come. Thank you.